World Warships with Captain Beaner. I'm going to be doing a review of the St. Louis here. Well, more of a highlight since I don't know too much about this ship. Just what I've know myself from playing it in game. Um, what I really like about this ship is it's a very good harasser. It, just because it has a lot of guns. Um, it has 14 152 millimeter cannons on it. The 152 millimeters aren't anything special. They're on the St. Louis, they're on the Omaha, they're on the Phoenix. It's just the fact that it has 14 of these little buggers. Um, and the reload rate on them is it's pretty good. You can harass quite a few people. The fact that it has 14 guns and with a reload of 7 seconds, very good destroyer and cruiser killer. I wouldn't recommend going close range with these just because the armor is pretty weak on this ship, but it does make up for it in hit points. It has 29,500 hit points, which is actually 500 more than South Carolina, which is another tier 3 ship, but it's a battleship, which is kind of odd. But its other selling point, for me anyway, is its maneuverability. Um, its top speed, 22.4 knots, isn't great. Um, it's better than most of the battleships, anyway, especially the low tier battleships. Um, but its turning circle, turning radius here, 450 meters, it's pretty good. Rudder shift time is awesome. You can dodge. If you're paying attention, you can definitely dodge all torpedoes that are coming in. And even if shells are already in the air, you can still dodge most of the incoming shells if you're paying attention. Concealment, it's alright. It is a cruiser, so it's not going to be anything near what the concealment rating of a destroyer is. But yeah, its surface detectability is 11 kilometers, air detectability range 6.3. So, but unfortunately, the range of your main battery guns means that you're going to be firing in range of your ship's detectability. That's pretty much the St. Louis in a nutshell. Lots of guns, good for peppering battleships, but excellent for destroying cruisers and destroyers. But it's not a good short range brawler. Definitely meant for mid range to long range. And it's good at dodging stuff. That's for sure. And now onto some gameplay. And we're off like a herd of turtles. Gotta wait. Waiting for other people. Yay. Glory of the internet. Got 2 carriers on our side. 2 more on the other side. Too bad I wasn't in Cleveland, or this be a good game to eat up some fighters, bombers, torpedo bombers. Nom 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 nom. Oh well. Oh's well. In time I'll get it. Again. That's one thing I miss about closed beta. It was easier to get ships. But I guess now that it's an open beta and there's a lot more people playing, they want to get they want to make sure there's competition, I guess you could say. Competition for them ships and all that stuff. People stay at certain levels for a decent amount of time, so everybody else has opponents and teammates and all that stuff, and they don't uh, get teamed up with or up against ships that are 2, 3, or even 4 tiers higher than themselves, which was kind of annoying in closed beta, but that's only because there wasn't as many people and so forth, and it was easier to get ships. So narrowly missed that guy, but he's in a battleship, so he didn't care where he was going and who he had to go through to get there. So yeah, at least be courteous if you're in a battleship and don't flaunt your weight. Fat ass. I shouldn't talk. I'm fat too, but that's okay. I play video games, which are fun. I'm surprised that not a lot more people aren't coming around to this sea area. You'd think they'd come around here, but maybe these guys are new players, or most of them are new players, and yeah. Well, who knows? The other team could be going around the other side too. You just never know. I'd say it's more evenly distributed, the amount of ships. Just looking at the mini map. 3 torpedo bombers. That's always a good sight to see. Wonder who they're going for. There's a battleship. Hopefully they're going for the battleship, and yes they are. Um, that's a lot of torpedoes. And he noticed a little too soon and cut his engines a little too soon. He might have been able to avoid more if he maneuvered, but oh well. It is what it is. It's one thing I don't like about low tier cruisers, at least. They don't have a whole lot of anti-aircraft armament. You don't start getting decent anti-aircraft armament until I think the Omaha. Phoenix has a few guns, but definitely the Omaha has a little bit more. That's for sure. I don't know. I don't know. There's a hull upgrade for the Omaha that increases your uh, anti-aircraft armament, but you get it sacrifices I think 4 guns and 2 torpedo tubes, one on each side. I don't know if that's a reasonable trade-off, to be honest. Um, I do like my main armament, and even at tier 5, the amount of AA guns you get in return, I don't think makes too much of a difference, especially since you don't have the I want to call it the AA suppressing fire, whatever it is. It just buffs up your anti-aircraft crews and activates your, I guess, your secondary armament that could be used as AA guns as well. So it adds more firepower to them. So yeah, I do like that ability, and I think now that since closed beta, they added a patch where you can change the. I guess they call it a consumable now. Your repair ability and your AA spread ability as consumables. So once you get to a certain tier, I think you can switch them out or add different ones, different combinations. So you can have a cruiser that can have the heal ability at tier like 6 or 7 instead of waiting until tier 10 with the Des Moines, and then have both the heal ability and the AA spread ability, and then you can have the same on a battleship too, I think. So that's a potent combination, I think, for sure. I think it might increase the or nah, yeah, longevity of ships for sure, and then make things more competitive and um, yeah, definitely more competitive, and then adds a certain amount of strategy, added strategy into a game as well. I'd say strategy on your part, anyway. I think, but competitiveness between everybody else. They can get more points, soak up more damage, and carry game if they so need to. Because pub matches. Not the best or brightest people play these games all the time. I hate to say it, but some people do get silly in these games. It makes you wonder. But there are some fairly decent people, even though they might look like they're average. They still contribute in different ways, like assists and also just smart about where they're going and how they use their ship. They don't necessarily rack up the most amount of kills, but you definitely, if you could do a lot of damage, you're still better than somebody who does very little damage or just tries to kill steal. That's for sure. And, I can't remember if I've fired a shot yet, but I don't think so. And already we've already lost 3 ships, but they've lost 3 ships. Oh, we lost 4 now. Yay! Hmm. We've lost 3 cruisers and 1 battleship to their 3 cruisers so far. And who's this? My first victim, Murmansk. I think that's um, the Russian premium ship. That's what I want to call it. Murmansk? I think it is. I think it is. I'll have to double check that. Those, oh, and he hits a mountain. Yay, free points. And sets me on fire. Put that out. Oh, awesome. He sets me on fire again. That sucks. Oh, I like the rate of fire this ship for sure. Lob those shells every 7 seconds, I think. Yeah, good little ship. Good little ship. Good rate of fire, that's for sure. And I'm still burning. Oop. Waste of a shot there. Oh well. Should I? Yeah. Try avoid getting out in the open here for a little bit. Wait until the fire goes out, maybe. And where is he? There he is. Yeah. Let's go for this guy. Finish what we started. That's way too low. Way too low. No, he's gonna overshoot. No, going too fast. I didn't lead him far enough. Maybe this time? No. Yeah. Got a couple shots. At least defended the base. Reset him. Yeah. Not a whole lot of alpha damage, but the rate of fire keeps it... Yeah, keeps the amount of damage consistent, I'd say. Anyway. If you land any hits, anyway. Like that. And... Incoming fire. Yes. Missed all those shots. Dodged them, I'd say. And dodged those ones too. This is what I mean about the maneuverability of this ship. I love it. You can dodge incoming fire and get hit once, but that's okay. The enemy team has taken the lead. And dodge those ones? Yeah. No, I got hit a couple times there. And he's gone. Come back around this mountain, and that battleship is going to hit that mountain. Another person not paying attention. No. I've been guilty of hitting the mountains too, or the islands, I'd say. But he clearly was tunnel visioning on his target, that's for sure. Because there's a warning that comes up in the screen if you're in artillery view, and it comes up soon enough that you can avoid big blocks of dirt like that. Come around this mountain, try and get out of the sights of that battleship there. Try and get him to focus on our relatively full health battleship here instead of me. I know that's selfish, but yeah, I'm in a cruiser. Ooh, destroyer. Yeah, switch back. Switch to HE. Screw it. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt. Extra 7 seconds. We'll see. And... Nope. Not far ahead enough. And... that's good. Ooh! Took out his propellers. Yeah. Seemed too far ahead. Way too far ahead on that one. Crap. Here we go. Will this kill him? Yes, it did. Sweet.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
But, yep, that battleship is pointing his guns this way. Time to run and hide. I do not need to be taking any hits from a battleship. That guy's focused on our other battleship back there. And hopefully they're all focused on him now. Can't tell. Nobody's fired. Except for that New York. Yep, they're all focused on those guys. So, I think I'll turn around here and keep on going in the opposite direction. Nah. Those battleships are getting pretty close to me. It's better to stick with the group, I think. Especially with my health being so low. Oh, and we're recapping B. Sweet. Very good. That's a very small turning radius right there.
Our team has taken the lead.
Now it's time to pepper these battleships. Disappeared. See if I can hit him. Oh. Obviously, using armor piercing, you'll get citadel hits. It's easy to get citadel hits with armor piercing, since they're coming from the top, I think. Yeah, plunging fire and all that stuff. But at the same time, with a cruiser, sometimes I want to harass, I guess you can say, harass these big lumbering battleships with HE shells. Set them on fire, annoy them, take out their secondary guns, and it's hard to say whether, um, in a cruiser anyway, whether HE or armor piercing is more effective than the other, just because you still do very little damage compared to a battleship with armor piercing, but if you set somebody on fire and then set them on fire again after they've just repaired themselves, you might be able to get more damage due to burning them rather than um, with AP and trying to get citadel penetrations. I found that, at least with the St. Louis, or yeah, any cruiser really, it's hard to get citadel penetrations on a battleship, so yeah. It's kind of per I guess it goes up to personal preference, whichever you want to use, really. Might switch to AG here pretty soon, just to see what going on. Is it 1590 right there? Let's see. Less than 200 damage per salvo compared to, oh, that's almost a critical hit, I'd say. Yeah, to me it really makes no much difference, I guess. Just judging by how much damage I'm actually doing with HE here. Because as long as you can set them on fire, I think you can get just as much or even more damage with them burning. Now I'm getting too close here. So obviously shells are bouncing off the side more and more. See him angled like that. Yeah, he's fairly angled. That's for sure. And oh, there we go. Well, that was the video on the St. Louis. Definitely a nice tier 3 cruiser. Definitely maneuverable, as you saw. And a nice ship to harass the enemy with its 14 guns. I know I've definitely felt that I've been harassed quite successfully whenever I've gone up against the St. Louis. Um, uh, Even in my battleship, uh, some people have gotten lucky and managed to uh, do a decent amount of damage to me before I've sank them. That's for sure. So, well, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please like it. If you wanna see more, please subscribe and stay tuned for more. Ciao.